Hello, and welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video, and that is the Hamma Hamma, or the Hamma Hamma, the Hamma Hamma. It's I'm giving my initial thoughts on it, and I'm gonna say it's a pretty good suit, but I feel like it could have been a great suit. Um, it's a native 600 support suit, which is awesome because we need more of those. Uh, and it does pretty good damage. I didn't feel too excited when I was first playing it, probably because it was fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was trying to play a match with it. Here I am doing a ace match of it real quick in rating. So if you see right now, that thing has a shield. That thing, the Hamma Hamma. That I think is where you're going to get the majority of your damage. It's not a main weapon, it's one of your secondary weapons. And even if you have beam defense on, this thing will take at least 3,000 damage off of you. Maybe late 2000, like little, almost 3,000 if you're a raid type. It's got something like the Zeong, the Saikamu system, kind of wire guided thing. You can lock onto somebody, and unfortunately, it doesn't go as far as the Zeongs or the funnels like the Cubelays. It goes like over your shoulders, and then it shoots out. You can shoot over your teammates, which is nice. You can go over your teammates and not worry about hitting them. It does pretty good damage, like 2,000, depending on the suit, and it can stun. Pretty helpful. And then its regular weapon is like a 3-shot beam weapon in your hand, which does pretty good damage against some generals. Like you can do almost over 1,000 per shot, and you can shoot up to 6 times before overheating. So that's potentially 6,000 damage against against certain generals. It's a big suit. Oh yeah, I forgot to say it's got melee weapons. It's got a beam saber that does like over 23,000, 22,000, somewhere around there. It does a lot of damage, and you can hit twice, which is awesome for a support type. And it's got force injectors too, although let's talk about some bad stuff about it. So this suit has a lot of good things going for it that I am very happy they included. Of course, I'm talking about it does great damage. It has force injectors and all that, but unfortunately, there's just some very weird choices with this suit. I talked about the force injectors, level 2 force injectors. However, this thing has 40 boost gauge, which makes no fucking sense for it to have 4. Like, you can only boost like 2 times before you overheat your boost. So what was the point of giving it force injectors level 2? If you're going to give it 40 boost. I mean, it works fine in space, but that's fucking space. Almost everybody has really good boost in space. Excuse me. And if you notice, it has a big fucking thick-ass shield. And it doesn't work like a shield. The same situation with the Gian, or the Gian, whichever. Even though I'm pretty sure, from what I think, if I remember correctly, my friends that actually watched Double Zeta told me that it actually uses the shield as a shield in the show, and there's a, how the Gian doesn't have a shield in this game. You can make some kind of argument like, oh, it's filled with missiles and all that. Well, look how fucking thick that shield is on the Hamma Hamma. That thing, it's gonna block some shots. I know it has a built-in generator, but it looks like it's like in the end of it. The rest, like the front of it, is like where the barrels are coming out, and it's just straight, just like a slab of fucking concrete. Even if they would have given it like 2,000 health, maybe 3,000 health on that shield, I think it would have been very helpful, because it's really weird when you crouch with this suit, and it just holds its shield up in front of its face to protect it, and it can't defend against anything. So you have the same situation with the Gyan. It doesn't even have a buffer ability either. So you don't have like let's say left arm buffer level 1 where it takes 15% less damage from it. The suit's already massive as it is. It's a little bit slender, but it is big. And having that big shield on your arm doesn't help with your hitbox. And you take full damage from getting hit there, which is sad to say. I wish it could have had a shield. And then the other problem I have with this suit is I feel like, I became the ace, by the way, awesome. This is the first, not I don't want to say the first. Yeah, I think it is the first native 600 suit. I feel like it should have some stuff to separate it from other support suits. I remember reading the bio for this, and it was talking about how it has a lot of boosters on it, which we know that's a fucking lie. It has 40 boost gauge, but they could have done something interesting and gave it a dodge roll, to make it, like, oh shit, this is a different kind of support type, make it different. It's already, maybe they thought it would be too powerful, but I think it would have been just fine. Oh man, I forgot to talk about the resistances on the thing too. This thing has 29 melee resistance, which really helps out. And maybe that's why they didn't give it a dodge roll, because it could already survive a little bit longer than most support types. At least I would think so. You can actually, I don't think you can get one touched by, or one comboed by a Humbrabi. You can probably survive a little bit. You can survive. You'll be almost dead, but you'll still be able to survive it. Which brings me into my other point about melee. Talking about how this suit has melee combo controller and it can attack twice because of it, and it does a lot of damage. However, it only has melee priority level 1. Oh, also, I'm gonna trap. This guy just runs into my mines, which I forgot it has mines too, which they do decent damage for what they are. You can trap people with them, they're mines. You shoot 4 at a time, which is interesting. But yeah, it has 1 melee priority, which makes it, I don't want to say no sense, but it's the same situation with the full armor custom G line, where it's oriented around meleeing people, but it can't really 1v1 somebody efficiently. I tried to fight Cubelays at a 1v1 situation. I played against Honey and his Cubelay against this suit, and it does not fare well at all because it doesn't have the dodge roll, it doesn't have a shield, so it takes all the funnels and the melee. It out priorities the Hamma Hamma. I'll just call it the Hamma now instead of the Hamma Hamma. It's weird. There's some flaws with it. Those flaws are just so weird to me because I feel like they shouldn't be there, and I just killed that plant last second. Nice. Yeah, it's just weird. Let me see what we got going on here. I believe this is my third match with the suit, maybe 4th. And yeah, that's gonna be mission complete. Let's look at this. Yeah, clean up the board there. Yeah, that's a lot of, almost 10,000 individual score too. Clean the board there, and first place with 6 kills, 2 deaths, and yeah, did pretty well there. The only thing I didn't get first place was in pursuit assist, which yeah, like I said, the Hamma Hamma is a good suit, but I just feel like those flaws with it, they keep it from being a great suit, and I feel like it should need some of those skill sets for being a suit at 600 and having to deal with suits at 650. It can deal out the damage that you would want a support at this cost to do, which I am very happy about. It has force injectors. It can combo with its melee, which I am very happy about. It's a suit. I am very happy with how this suit is as a person that likes to play supports. However, it's just there's some weird flaws with it, as the shield, which it actually uses it as a shield in the show, and they call it a shield, yet it does not work as a shield, or they didn't even try to put a buffer on it, like a left arm buffer, which that to me is just kind of stupid. And then of course they talked about it having a whole bunch of boosts and all that. The boost stuff on its shoulders and skirt armor and all that. Yet it only has 40 boost gauge. Like I said, it works fine in space, but on the ground it's kind of silly when they talk about how it has pretty good boost, and then you can only boost twice before overheating. And then of course it's melee, which I feel like if it was just the regular level 2 melee priority, I'd be fine with it. It's definitely a strong suit for 600, possibly 650, as long as you don't get ganked by 3 Cubelays. I like it. I really like it. It's just, I can do great with it. You just saw me do really great with it. Although, you can probably chalk that up to being a rating match. And of course, it's just, it's kind of hard to explain it. It needs a little bit more, like, for a support type coming. I think I mentioned it at the Shuritsum Diaz initial thoughts, where at this point, at 550, 600, 650, I don't even think 650 was available at that point yet. But at 600, we should be having support suits that kind of go into the general and raid type abilities. I see some people, I think it was on Reddit, which, I know it's Reddit, for the GBO2 community, talking about how playing a support is a risk and reward playstyle, which that's completely not right. I feel like that's the raid playstyle. You go after the support, you take them out, or you die. That's your risk and reward. The risk for a lot of supports at high cost is you get the one-touch combo of death from nearly every raid type in the game, and your reward is you do less than half the damage of a general and raid type at that cost range. And most of your supports just can't. They have no defensive options. And I was fed up with it at that Shuritsum Diaz video. I was like, wow, really? The suit, really? It's supposed to be a better Rick Diaz, and it's just a complete shite. But yeah, this suit, it's a step in the right direction, I feel like. But I feel like they needed to go a little bit more. I mean, if they don't, I'm fine with it if they don't buff it. Like I said, it's a good suit, but it could be great. It could have been better. Maybe if they just gave it a shield, I think that would have been fine. Like I said, maybe a dodge roll too. But who knows how strong that would have made it. But, it only has one melee priority, and it has to charge up its shield to do the massive damage. But yeah, that's going to be this video, and if you guys enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want, I'd really appreciate it. And, type up in the comment section what you feel about the Hamma Hamma. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I certainly like it. It makes me want to play support suits now at 600, which, or a higher cost, which I kind of was doing with the Nemo 3, and I think I actually started to dab a little bit into the MLRS. But yeah, the Hamma Hamma makes it better because I can do a lot of damage. I can do some setups, which I forgot to mention. You can do some setups with this suit. You can totally go stun somebody with your shield, try to bait them with your melee. Take out your melee. They get scared and do a dodge roll. Then you can hit them with your melee, or because you have balancers and melee combo controller, or you can stun them with your incom system, and then go in for your melee, which you can do a pretty good combo with that. So a lot of options with this suit that I'm very glad it has. Now, I just can't wait for when we get a support type that has, maneuver armor or a dodge roll, it would be very awesome. And yeah, with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.